Yo, guys, let's talk about the Texans-Chiefs game that just happened. It's about 30 minutes after the game. It took some time to think about it, just like I do. Like if a free agent signing or a trade happens, I always take a day or two to look it over, then make a video. But today I take about 30 minutes, think about the game a little bit, and don't go making claims about a team based off emotion. Obviously, neither of these teams are my favorite team. Just analyzing this game. If it was a Cowboys fan, I would come on here screaming and yelling that the refs blew it, but then I take 30 minutes, talk about it, think about it, and then go make a video. So let's talk about this game. Before we get into each side, it was a very, very good game. In the beginning, the middle of the game was very, very boring. The Chiefs just ran out the score. In the end, the Texans, too late, came back, and Deshaun Watson got going with that rushing touchdown. But hey, it was a good game. It was the first game of the year. Couldn't expect much because of no preseason. A lot of missed tackles. I think both teams really, really struggled from that. I know I said it 4 times on purpose. Last time I did that, some little kid yelled at me. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of missed tackles. I think the Texans had 8 and the Chiefs had 7. And you guys are like, oh, that's not much. Well, when it comes to those extra yards after a catch, when you miss a tackle, that is a lot. The Cowboys and the Rams game in the 2018 division round had 9 missed tackles, and it seemed like they had a million. So let's talk about the Texans. When I do these reviews, I'm going to do Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and every single Cowboys game because I'm a Cowboys fan. The top 3 players, the player MVP or team MVPs for the Texans is Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, and Will Fuller. Other than that, this team produced nothing. Deshaun Watson had 253 yards, a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. David Johnson had a really good first half, and then Bill O'Brien just forgot he existed and barely gave him the ball. And then Will Fuller had 112 yards on 8 receptions. Another thing that the Texans had was a lot of drops. The Chiefs did not suffer that. And the thing is with the Texans, they didn't have Randall Cobb on the field the entire first half. They gave him that huge contract and forgot he was on the team pretty much. They forced it to Kenny Stills a lot, a couple drops. Really, really struggled today. Brandon Cooks only 2 catches. That last drive of the game, the Texans forced it to Randall Cobb. I think he had like 4 targets on that last drive with 2 catches for 23. Other than that, Jordan Atkins, 2 for 39, a touchdown. Really, really solid performance despite only having 40 yards on 2 catches. He will be their number 1 tight end probably for the remainder of the season. But like I said, David Johnson, 11 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. The first half, he was all over the field, and I know they were down, but he was averaging 7 yards a carry. You got to give him the ball. And like I said, I get it. They're down. They had to come back and win. But, don't fix something that's not broken. They went down and had a lead, and they still didn't give it to him after he got them the lead. It was 7-0 because David Johnson got that touchdown. Then they didn't give him the ball. So it's not like they stopped giving him the ball after they were down 31-7. They stopped giving it to him when they were up 7-0. That's when I have a problem. Good thing I'm not a Texans fan. But let's go to the Chiefs, on the other hand. Their top 3 players. This is kind of hard because a lot of people played good. The team MVP, obviously, for the game or for the week is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 138 yards and a touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 82 yards and a touchdown as well. And then L'Jarius Sneed. L'Jarius Sneed is the rookie corner who had a really, really good game. He was on Brandon Cooks most of the game, and down the stretch, he was on Will Fuller, who had a really good game. I would say Patrick Mahomes, but 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. If it weren't for him, like let's say you take Patrick Mahomes out of the game, the Chiefs still win this game. If you take Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of this game, they don't. If you take Sammy Watkins out of this game, they don't. If you take Snead out of the game, they don't. Because Brandon Cooks would have went off and Will Fuller would have been hard to contain late in that game. Other notable players, like I said, Pat Mahomes, he had a really good game. Also, Tyrann Mathieu was unbelievable. And Travis Kelce also had 50 yards and a touchdown. So he was very, very productive. Tyreek Hill only had 1 catch for 7 yards in the first half, which really didn't have an impact at all. Like him having a bad first half, only being targeted once with a catch, didn't affect the Chiefs at all because Sammy Watkins was there. In the second half, he had the 4 catches, touchdown, and 39 yards. So great game by the Chiefs. Defensively, both sides struggled. Darius Sneed also had that interception, which adds to his good rookie debut. Chris Jones had a sack and a half, and Tyrann Mathieu, really good game. Anthony Hitchens, the former Cowboy, watching him succeed was interesting. Also, Frank Clark, can't speak his name out, had a nice sack. He was very, very explosive. But like I said, Texans defensively, if I had to choose someone that was really good on the Texans defense today, would probably be Bradley Roby. He did get burned a couple of times, but he was their best corner on the field today. I think that was obvious. He was their best defensive player. Not a lot of people got pressures. I don't think they had a single sack. They maybe had 1 or 2. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they may have had 1, maybe, but I don't remember them sacking Pat Mahomes. No, never mind. Jacob Martin had a sack. So, man, and you look at the score. It's, they scored 17 points in that second quarter. 31 unanswered really hurt them, and I think for the Texans to succeed throughout the season is obviously give David Johnson the ball. They gave up a lot for him, pretty much. They gave up DeAndre Hopkins for him, and that second round pick that they got ended up going for Brandon Cooks. So, I mean, if Will Fuller plays like this all year, he'll be a Pro Bowler. I mean, and another thing, they got to use Randall Cobb. They paid him a lot of money. They got to use Brandon Cooks. They're paying him a lot of money, and they traded for him. And at the end of the day, they got to use Kenny Stills. They have all these weapons that they traded a surplus amount or gave in a free agent contract so much. And obviously, Deshaun Watson, the second highest paid quarterback, and he played above average. That fourth quarter, he came back and really proved himself. A couple good runs, rushing touchdown, and had some good passes. But man, I can't emphasize this enough. David Johnson was their best player on the field today, and they failed to give him the ball. That just shows how bad of a coach, GM, Bill O'Brien is. You're the GM, you signed Randall Cobb, and you forgot he's on the field, forgot he was on the team, and didn't take a snap in the first half. Disappointed the Texans. I don't know how they scored 20 points. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, good game by the Chiefs.